How come when it comes down to female rappers, why is it that there only could be one? How come it go? It's always like a pin. It's always like a pin against each other. The minute there's somebody new and fresh, it's like it's immediate. Like the only person I knew the only person I have seen growing up that has just been friends with everybody, was cool. Everybody was Kim. You know, ladies' night. Like Kim came in, like everybody was doing songs together, yada yada yada. She just showed nothing but love. Besides Foxy, that was a whole different situation. But it's just like lately, I just been seeing it been like when Iggy Azalea came out. Oh. Nicki and Iggy. Oh, when any rapper is like Nicki and Iggy. And for the longest, Nicki was at the top. Now Cardi B coming, Cardi B just soared on past her. But it's just like, why is it that there's only one female rapper?
It's not that there can only be one. It's that the title king of rap, king of something, queen of rap, queen of something is always thrown around. But there are so much more men in that industry than women. So when you have a woman in the Nicki Minaj era, she's been the dominant figurehead for so long.
Like what, 6-7 years?
In the era, she had a great run. She's having a great run. So when you have that and you have her dominance for so long, you're going to have people that they want to see something new. So when Remy gets out of jail, you're going to have people that, yeah.
She missed the shot.
But I mean, but that's what I'm saying. But you're going to have people that just want something new. At the end of the day, when you consistently win in anything, people are going to want to see you lose. We love you on the come up. We love you when you get there. You get your first one. Yeah, we riding with you. You get your second one. Okay. Then when you get your fourth, fifth, sixth one, we like,
that's the kind of thing I guess you could say I don't like with the whole Cardi B and Nicki Minaj thing. It's like, I know, like, first of all, I feel like Nicki was always like kind of hated, but it's like she was the only one, so we was rocking with it. But it's like now Cardi B, everybody's just like, oh, screw Nicki Minaj. I'm like, all right, we're not going to act like we wasn't bumping her stuff. Because first of all,
that's how fickle.
We're not going to act like we wasn't bumping. Because first of all, what's that? Super Bass is one of my favorite songs. If it plays today, it got my heart beat. I'm going off because I love that. I love Roman's Revenge. I love a lot of her. I love her verse on Monster. I'm not going to act like I was not. I'm not going to act like I'm not a fan. I downloaded all Queen. You know when I called you when Queen came out. I downloaded all Queen. I like Queen. But everybody, that's the worst album I've heard. Really? It's the worst, though? Y'all putting a little bit on it.
At the end of the day,
the worst album?
At the end of the day, though, rap fans just tend to be fickle. You know
it's the worst.
And it's an era thing. Rap is so trendy. Rap is so what's hot now. What have you done for me lately? Rap is the one genre of music that doesn't respect their legends, like a lot of other genres do. Where you see a lot of other older bands and older singers that can still rock stages in their 60s, but rap, you touch 40, you old, you out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because rap is looked at as such a young man's thing because it's been so dominated.
But then we got Jay-Z.
Jay-Z's an anomaly. He's not the norm. Jay-Z is not the norm. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Jay-Z is somebody that he's about to be 50 and he's still relevant in rap. That's not normal. You know what I'm saying? But you're seeing a lot of other rappers that are older. Eminem, who's still putting out music that's with relevant content. Nas, you're starting to see a lot of them as they age because their content is maturing as they are. So I feel like it ages better when you're talking about things that are what you're going through right now, as opposed to just trying to sound like.
Why didn't that work for 50 Cent then? Because everyone, when 50 went, like, I don't know, all of a sudden, everybody was 50 Cent's fan was Get Rich or Die Trying. And then there was a little bit there with the massacre. Curtis came out, fought self-destruct. Where the fuck is
if you look at the music, the evolution of 50 Cent's content matter, it never changed. 50 Cent to this day still talks about guns, money, girls, and all of that stuff.
Wait, what you say about 50? You said rap like, you say got a new beat, new stuff, and still rap like he's 2000.
But that's what I'm saying. Like at the end of the day, that's something that I think hurt 50 is the evolution of his subject matter and music never really matured. Whereas you still see the same content that we got on Get Rich when we look at him and say, well, are you in the streets still doing this like you were doing? You know what I'm saying? And I like 50. 50 is one of my favorite rappers, but I think that it's hurt his legacy and all the Instagram trolling and everything like that. He's more so known for that now than he is for being a great rapper. You can tell, you can go to a 10-year-old kid right now and I could point to 50 Cent. I'll be like, listen, when 50 came out with Get Rich or Die Trying, how you look at Drake, how you look at 50 was and then may look at me like, really?
Yes.
Because they didn't live through that. So and that shows you how fast things can go. People are so quick to snap on Ja Rule like he wasn't banging him before.
Right, and that's another thing. Like, I guess, like, there was an interview with Ja Rule was like, I forgot where he was. He was like, I kind of was just shocked at how people just kind of switched up on me like that.
Yeah, the Breakfast Club.
Like, I was kind of shocked. I think when you mentioned it to me, I watched it. He was like, the thing that hurt the most is like, I was hot. And it's like kind of crazy how people just switched up on me like that. Like, I wasn't nothing. But it's like, that is like, we do our rappers and artists dirty. Like,
and that is not how it should be.
We do them filthy. Like the work that is done and the things that they put out. It's like when we talk about Ja Rule, everybody still makes fun of it. There are people who weren't even born in that era. Like they don't even know who Ja Rule is, but they keep on like, oh, that corny dude. Ja Rule, nothing about him was corny. He could have a concert right now, and I bet you I'll go. Cause guess what? If it was him and Ashanti, that was the dream team right there. I'm gonna go to that concert. Cause Ja Rule had hits on top of hits on top of hits on top of hits. Shanti had hits at top of hits at 1.2. Like when I have this conversation about who Ashanti was, they're like, she wasn't that big. Are you serious? She was born the same year as me. Like Ashanti was hot. At one point in time, she was hot. And it's just like the coming and the going, and like the ever changing of this industry. And it's like how we do the people who do work. Like, I get they're not here, but can we just show them respect? Like Ja Rule, Drake modeled after Ja Rule. Like Ja Rule is an inspiration for him.
Well, I mean, like I said, that's something that happens in this industry. And when it comes to rap, it changes so fast. So it's a hard thing for a lot of the legends that came out in our era to remain relevant. One of the reasons why I do look at Jay-Z as someone that is an anomaly is because Jay-Z came out in the 80s, right, technically speaking. And 2018, he's still relevant, dropping what some consider the best verse of the year on What's Free With Me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's, like I said, it's possible. It's there. It can happen. It's just how these artists adapt and how they change and how they're really accepted. A lot of that is kind of making that adjustment in terms of like the sound that you may come with, the flow you may bring, even when you're around other artists. Because I think Jay-Z being around Kanye, being around J. Cole, and a lot of younger artists has helped extend his career. And I think their success has helped him. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a multitude of things that help mold that. And it's a lot of artists have never had that fortune to have that continued success beyond what's considered to be their peak. But I think that you're starting to see a shift where our era of legends, guys like Fat Joe, and that are still relevant, Busta Rhymes, that are still relevant and still able to put out records, Snoop Dogg,
right?
That
Snoop, resonate. I'm gonna say he's a chameleon. That
resonate with the new generation, and we can still look at and still rock with. That's a hard thing to do in especially rap, is to kind of have that blend where everyone of your fan base, your hardcore fan base, but you're still trying to appeal to new fans. It's not easy to do.
So,
it's not easy to do.
Let me ask you a question. What, in your opinion, how would you rate a good artist?
A good artist?
Like, how would you rate your top 5? What are you looking at to be in your top 5?
In terms of what? My favorite, or just who I think are the greatest?
No, I'm saying, how do you rate that? How do you rate who goes in your top 5? Are you looking at net worth? Are you looking at artistry? Are you looking at, what do you look at when you be like, this person's in my top 5?
Me personally, I look at a multitude of things. I look at your impact that you had.
That's a good
one. I look at your longevity.
That's a good one.
I look at your influence. I do look at your discography and what you've done while you were here. You know what I'm saying? So
how long does a person need to be in rap before you even consider them a thought to even add or even talk about? Because you're saying longevity. Mm-hmm. So it's like, that's what I'm trying to like get at too. It's like when people throw these things out for these new people who just came out and it's only been a year or two. What is the time limit that you need for you to even think? Let me look at this person's catalog. Let me see if this person could possibly be a top 5.
I think by the time you get to that third album, if you're lucky enough to get to the third album,
then
I think that kind of tells certain things. Because I think when you have a big boom with your debut, which a lot of artists tend to have, their best work is their first, you have that big boom, then it's like you have that sophomore jinx looming.
Right.
So if you get past the sophomore jinx and it's like, okay, you did it twice. But then when you hit that third one, and that third one hits, and that third one is like, oh, that's 3 in a row. I think people start to look at you in a certain way. Like, we may have to look at you a little different. A lot of artists don't get past the first one. A lot of artists, they may come out with the first one, and then,
that's a point that I kind of like when we quick to throw it out before I'm like, can we see work? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you're saying third album. That's a good waiting point. Usually I'd be like, let me just see what the second like. Because usually nowadays people don't be getting past the first. So let me see what the second like. So if the second is equally as good as the first, then I'm going to start looking like, all right, we could start having some conversations. Then when that third solidifies it, okay, cool. You did 3 in a row. Like you said, now you got 3. We can have a conversation about whether or not you could be in somebody's top 5. People be quick to throw in somebody in the top 5 after 1 year. And I'm just like, dude, that's too quick and too early to be saying that this person is like the GOAT, or this person is somebody's top 5. To me, personally. So
I mean, only time will tell. We'll see.
Yeah.
But what y'all think?
What do you
tell us?
How do you rate your top 5? Till next time.